In today's video, we're going to be taking a look here at the current conditions, diving into that upcoming pattern, as well as taking a look at severe weather. Let's just get straight into things though, and first things first, we're taking a look here at those current conditions. We can see that there is plenty of activity going on along the Rockies and the Four Corner states. We can see some of this stretches down actually all the way down into the Dakotas and even into Minnesota. We see that down here for the Gulf states as well. We have a lot of storminess taking place. We see oranges and yellows widespread throughout there. So there's a ton of storminess out in the Gulf. And this is not those tropical thunderstorms that we typically see. This is obviously widespread activity. So there's a whole lot going on. We still have some showery and stormy activity going on here for the mid-Atlantic and portions of the Northeast. It's worth mentioning as well. Let's just get straight into zooming into some different regions, and we can see that for the Northwest here, first off, there's a couple of isolated pockets. I even see a severe thunderstorm warning that came through here. One of the more unique spots I've ever seen a severe thunderstorm warning come through here in eastern Washington and through the very northern tip of Idaho there. Definitely looked like it featured some hail. I'm sure that's the reasoning behind that severe thunderstorm warning. Very interesting regardless. I want to see if there's anything else going on up and down the West Coast. Doesn't appear like it, so we're going to talk about some of these different regions real quickly. We can see that there is some storminess spreading across these different regions. Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, into North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, and even down into Iowa. In case you guys can't see that very eastern end I just mentioned, here it is. We see a lot of storminess here. The radar looks to be having some sort of weird errors. Sometimes this happens when the radar sight is down for a little bit. It looks to kind of just like glide there for a minute and just doesn't look natural. So something's going on there, but regardless, it looks like there's some pretty potent storms taking place actually throughout North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. Now, as we work our way further south here in the Rockies, we see Arizona, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, and even New Mexico seeing some showers, light to moderate showers, I would say. And as we work our way down into New Mexico and Arizona, who have been having a very rainy summer. I mean, for these portions of the United States, I would say it's been quite a rainy summer. Let me know if you're from there, if it has been particularly rainy or not. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just feels like there's a lot more than you guys are used to experiencing. And these showers actually appear more heavy. They are on the southern halves of these two states individually. Mostly New Mexico seeing this, but a bit of southeastern Arizona is what I would say is where we're seeing most of this activity taking place in the state of Arizona. Now, let's see. Now we're going to work our way down to the Gulf a little bit here. We can see there's a lot of thunderstorm activity throughout many different states in here. First off, Texas, we're seeing some isolated showers and thunderstorms. Same story with Louisiana. And even all of these southeast and Gulf states, we can see it's very similar. All throughout these areas, we have these isolated little thunderstorms taking place. It's mostly once you look at the coastline here along the Gulf of Mexico and in the Gulf of Mexico where we see there is violent areas of just thunderstorms and showers just churning up in there. Very interesting. I feel really bad for all the ships out there in the middle of the Gulf. Not even the middle of the Gulf, but I guess in the northern Gulf of Mexico there. Because it is just super stormy all over the place there. And a lot of these are coming on shore to Louisiana. We can see that taking place in these areas up here, south of New Orleans, but still taking place. And also the panhandle of Florida here, we're seeing quite a bit of this activity move on shore as well. So keep in mind, there's a ton of storminess currently over the Gulf of Mexico. As we work our way up the mid-Atlantic, we see there are some showers, some of those being heavier, but mostly lighter showers around for the Carolinas and the Virginias as well. Here, as we work our way up a little bit further north, we can see that for southern New England, it was over portions of the mid-Atlantic, but now for southern New England, we see this pocket of heavier showers moving into Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. And then we can see for western portions and northern portions of the Northeast and the New England states, we can see some thunderstorms popping up here for New York especially, but it looks like they're going to start up for Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine maybe a little bit later on today as well. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Doesn't appear like I did. Basically, it's quite stormy for a lot of different areas, even though when we're zoomed out, it doesn't look like much. When we zoom into these areas, it seems like even though things are isolated and scattered about, it's still a whole lot of activity taking place. So what we're going to do now is move on, talk about that upcoming pattern and the severe weather as well. Now here we are taking a look at the upcoming pattern, and as we can see, there is quite a bit of this storminess that spreads through some of these regions of the southeastern United States, And we can also see that for this pocket in here, we're seeing some of this as well as up here in the northeast. Also, there is some scattered belt activity underneath here for the western United States, but not as widespread nearly as the rest of the United States. By the time we're reaching Friday the 12th, we can see for the deeper south here in the southeast, we're still seeing some of this activity up and down the Rockies as well. And then up here for the upper Midwest, we're seeing some of that. Outside of those regions, not too much. Saturday here on August 13th here, we're going to be seeing, again, the deeper south seeing some of this storminess. The Northwest starting to get involved here. And then still the Rockies seeing some of that storminess, and the upper Midwest and Great Lakes as well. And then it looks like there's a bit of a nor'easter potentially offshore of the northeast, but it is pretty well offshore. So it will lead to some impacts, but not too many. It's also not a super strong low pressure system either. By the time we're reaching Sunday the 14th, we can see that that begins to bring some impacts to New England, especially Maine though, but it is a little bit more on the more minor side. We can see here for the deeper south, we see continuous storminess still taking place. We see for the Four Corner states and some of the surrounding states as well. We see some showers prevailing also. And then again, the upper Midwest seeing some storminess. Now by Monday afternoon, it's going to be August 15th, we can see for portions of the Mid-Atlantic and further down in the southeast, we see for the Carolinas up through Virginia. And again, the Mid-Atlantic, we're seeing some storminess in there, Monday the 15th again. And then we see for the Four Corner states up and down a bit of the Rockies here, we're seeing again some storminess for this region. So we can tell where a lot of the storminess is taking place primarily. By the time we're reaching Tuesday, the 16th of August, we see that there's an area horseshoeing around just like this that is seeing a ton of storminess up and down the plains here, and then up and down the East Coast as well. And then a little bit of the Four Corner states still seeing some of that storminess. Now Wednesday, August 17th, we can see here that we see the deeper south in through the plains, seeing some storminess, and then a similarly shaped pocket here for the upper Midwest into the northeast as well. So we're seeing another area there of some storminess up above. Now, Thursday, the 18th, it's pretty similar. We see a pocket here in the southeast seeing some storminess. We see a pocket up here in the upper Midwest, and then up here in the northeast as well. And then we also see for the Four Corner states, we see this storminess kind of continue. Look at Mexico too. Worth mentioning that there's widespread storminess over Mexico by this point. That's by Thursday again, or by Friday. We can see by the time we're reaching Saturday, August 20th here, we see, again, this storminess horseshoeing all the way from the Four Corner states up and down the East Coast, including the deeper south states as well. And then we see some showers up here for the upper Midwest up above. Now, for the total precipitation through the next 10 days, here we are taking a look at it, and we have anywhere in the whites expecting practically no precipitation. Your grays will be about 1/10 of an inch or less of precipitation. Your greens will be 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 inch. Your blues will be 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Your yellows will be 1 inch to 2 inches. And then your reds will be 2 to 5 inches of precipitation. Your grays and your browns are going to be 5 to 10 inches of precipitation. We see some of that there for the deeper south and the northeast, actually, where I know you guys need a lot of precipitation. Hopefully we get more than that even for some spots. Looks like the New England side of things gets a ton of precipitation. And then New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, not so much. I know in northern New Jersey we have some drought conditions as well. Hoping for you guys to get some rainfall for sure. Now, what we're going to do is move on and take a look at the upcoming temperature pattern. Now, here we are taking a look at things. This is for the day one. We have some cooler temperatures around here for the eastern United States. As a cold front has just come through, we see some warmer up above here for the west, but down southwest we have a little bit more cooler temperatures around. So overall, a cooler day, I would say overall. We see that tomorrow as well, Friday, August 12th, is going to be very cool for the eastern United States compared to normal. We can see that down through the Rockies and the plains, we have warmer than normal conditions. And then again, the southeast is a little bit more neutral or below normal even down there. Now for Saturday, August 13th, we can see cooler temperatures again for the eastern United States. A lot of the central United States dealing with warmth still, and then more neutral there for the west. Now Sunday the 14th, we see these cooler temperatures continuing on here for the eastern United States. Again, those plains in the Rockies still above normal, and I would say the west is primarily above normal as well, so we're seeing warm in the west, cold in the east pattern. Although by time reaching the 15th, this cool seems to be a little bit more suppressed, a little bit more less area basically being taken over by this cooler air. And then we see primarily the entire western 2/3 of the nation are almost all of it is above normal temperatures. Now, Tuesday the 16th, we see some cooler air still around here for the eastern United States, warmer air for a lot of the west and south central United States as well still. Now, August 17th, this will be a Wednesday. We could see warmth for a lot of these areas in here. And then some cooler air underneath for the southern United States and through the northeastern United States still. So, I mean, the next 7 days look a lot cooler in the eastern United States, especially than they have been. But even compared to normal, cooler. We can even see this continuing on for Thursday, August 18th here, where we have cooler temperatures for a lot of these regions in here. Obviously, there's some warmer pockets, but these areas primarily seem to be below normal temperatures. We can see the entire west coast dealing with above normal temperatures, and here for the north central United States also. Friday, the 19th here, we see cooler or neutral temperatures here around for the eastern half of the nation and the southern half of the nation for the most part as well. So really only the northwestern fourth is seeing above normal temperatures for the most part. And then finally here is Saturday the 20th, and we again see neutral or below normal temperatures for a lot of these areas, and here with warmth around here for the west and for the north central United States. Now, what we're going to do is move on and take a look at the Storm Prediction Center. Now, here's the day one categorical outlook, and we have a pretty large but oddly shaped general thunderstorm risk there in the lighter green, stretching up and down the Rockies, all the way up through the upper Midwest. There's a huge gap there in the plains, but up and down the southeast coast as well, and up through most of the northeast as well. We have a general thunderstorm risk where we expect general thunderstorms, but anything is possible, so heed every watch, warning, and advisory. We have that darker green region up there in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and Montana. That's going to be our marginal risk area where we expect isolated severe weather as well for Thursday, August 11th, or today from the time I'm making this video. Now for day two here, we have three, better yet, general thunderstorm risk areas. One there, very, very small for the northeast, one there for the upper Midwest, and then one horseshoeing around these regions. And that's where we expect general thunderstorms, but again, anything is possible for Friday, August 12th, or tomorrow from the time I'm making this video. We could always get an upgrade to a marginal risk, so be sure to tune in tomorrow. But at this point, this is day two, so it might just stay this way. Day three here is pretty similar, it just shifts a little bit here for Saturday, August 13th. We see two general thunderstorm risk areas, one for the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes, and then one there for the Rockies and Four Corner States, all the way down through the deep south as well. That is where we expect general thunderstorms, but anything is possible. Heed every watch, warning, and advisory. Anyway, for today's confidence stat, we're at a 4 out of 6. For today's patron highlight of the day, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons, Bill Crace, James Wade, Dovin Nagel, Larry the Pan, Mandy Birchfield, Patrick Strickland, Dave Scott, and Donna Carnes as well. I'd also like to thank our diamond patrons, Bill Roberts, Marcus Connolly, Noah Harley, Michael Cotolessa, Catbite, Charles Tennant, Bill Dallas, Garys, and John Calisi also. I'd also like to thank our channel members, Catbite, Stephen Fan, and Jeremy Cox as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. I'll see you guys in the next video.